There is effectively one power company in Hawaii that provides all the electricity to the islands. Just one. And after the devastating wildfires earlier this month, it might go bankrupt.
Shares of Hawaiian Electric plunging more than 30% on the day.
Facing lawsuits for its alleged role in the fires, accusations of mismanagement.
Hawaiian Electric provides power for 95% of Hawaii. They are getting sued left, right, and center, blamed for the wildfires that wiped Lahaina off the map. And they could be on the hook for billions of dollars.
AccuWeather now has put out an estimate for the total cost of damage and economic loss, so independent of just property insurance coverage, $8 to $10 billion.
Their share price has tanked. They've reportedly been in restructuring talks, and bankruptcy might be the only way forward. We're going to explore why that is and what happens if that happens.
Shares of Hawaiian Electric are tumbling. This after concern that it was its power lines that caused the deadly Maui wildfires.
They had been down more than 60% prior to today. Those shares now have resumed trading and down about 7% on the day.
See the stock price for yourself. Hawaiian Electric Industries, year to date, down more than 60%. That's billions of dollars in company value erased in the span of about 1 week. If you count from their high in February to their rock bottom low last Friday, they lost almost 80% of their value. There's this huge sell-off because Hawaiian Electric is being sued on multiple fronts for their role in those deadly fires that have killed at least 115 people.
This, as the county is now suing the Hawaiian Electric Company, alleging negligence.
County leaders say the utility negligently failed to shut off power despite exceptionally high winds.
It will be for a court to decide whether, as Maui County's lawsuit accuses, Hawaiian Electric's inaction played a central role in sparking new fires.
It's certainly within the realm of reason that Hawaiian Electric might find itself not able to pay those damages and need to file formally for bankruptcy.
And the potential liability in dollars for Hawaiian Electric, around $4 billion US, give or take, according to the Fitch credit rating agency. And speaking of credit, the company's credit rating has been in freefall. The three major agencies, Fitch, Standard & Poor's, and Moody's, have all downgraded Hawaiian Electric stock to junk status, which means their cost of borrowing would typically go up. So if Hawaiian Electric needs money, which it does badly, they're going to pay more interest. Because just how sure could anyone be that if they lend the money, it'll actually get paid back in full?
It's going to be very, very expensive, if not impossible, for Hawaiian Electric to borrow money by issuing bonds.
And remember, not only is Hawaiian Electric being sued by Maui County, by investors, and by residents themselves in a class action lawsuit, all of which requires money, they'll also need to rebuild their own infrastructure too. Everything that was burned to the ground in the fire. And what's a company without customers?
More than 2,200 homes and businesses destroyed, 115 people dead, with more than 1,000 still missing.
Standard & Poor's figures the wildfires destroyed a significant segment of Hawaiian Electric's customer base that will take many years to restore.
My house ended up burning down with my little brother in it.
So, at this point, a number of major financial services companies say bankruptcy could be the likeliest outcome here.
Heavenly Father, please help us. Please help us to be safe.
About 5 years ago, California was hit by the deadliest and most destructive wildfire in state history. Entire towns were wiped out. The cause? A faulty electric transmission line.
Fire started, as PG&E has admitted, from a piece of equipment that failed, bringing a power line in contact with the steel tower.
The company responsible, Pacific Gas and Electric, would eventually plead guilty to 84 counts of involuntary manslaughter. But first, it filed for bankruptcy. It was looking straight down the barrel of about $30 billion US in wildfire liability and saw filing a Chapter 11 as a way to keep the company intact, reduce its liability by many billions of dollars, and continue providing power at the same time. In the end, PG&E paid out about $13.5 billion, to wildfire victims, but about half of that was in company stock.
We've got a nice handy chart here. It is half in cash, $6.75 billion, half in stock, $6.75 billion. There's an asterisk there because the devil's in the details on the stock. That will be the value of it when it gets paid to these people, but stocks, as you know, go up and down.
All the more reason for everyone involved to want the company to bounce back, which is quite the trick, huh? Turning victims into shareholders. Today, PG&E stock price is slowly going up. It's still only a quarter of what it used to be, but it's still around.
I think what used to be okay 10 years ago is no longer okay. And I think so we got behind a little bit on that curve. And I'll tell you, we were working hard to catch up.
And they did make at least one big change internally, linking executive pay to how well the company reduces wildfire risk. You know, usually a CEO might get a big fat bonus if the company turned a big profit or if its share price went up. But the idea that they might get paid more for playing it safe, that's pretty new.
It is important to note that California is one of the only states that actually has a strict liability standard, essentially, for utility-caused damages associated with their equipment or equipment failure and wildfires. Hawaii doesn't have that same circumstance.
Aloha Hawaiian Electric Ohana. Today is Sunday, a day of reflection. It's been 12 days since the terrible tragedy in Maui.
Last year, in her first year as Hawaiian Electric CEO, Shelly Kimura pulled in more than $300,000 US in bonus pay. This year, who knows?
Maui is our ohana, and we're going to be there to support them for however long it takes to build them back and make sure that people in Maui thrive again.
She has at least one thing right. In the short term, Hawaiian Electric will almost certainly continue to provide power for people on Maui. There's just no other player that could take its place. And it's even more critical than that. Hawaiian Electric also owns one of Hawaii's largest banks. All to say that as angry as Hawaiians might be, their relationship with Hawaiian Electric is complicated and deeply intertwined. You heard the CEO say, Maui is our ohana. That means family. But money and family don't always mix. And as it stands today, Hawaiian Electric could be on the hook for many times what it's actually worth.